welcome back to Cityline. With me, I have someone who, wow, we have watched her just take off with this beautiful project that is now on everybody's lips. I'm talking about the Tacoma Refugee Choir. Please join me in welcoming Erin Guinup. You are the executive and artistic director of Tacoma Refugee Choir. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you so much for having us.
It is great to have you. So, how has the Tacoma Refugee Choir adjusted during the pandemic?
Well, it's been certainly an adventure. As you may know, there's sound doesn't travel at the same time. And so at first, how are you going to sing together? But we felt it was really important to keep this community together. So what we have done is we've adapted. We sing every single Tuesday night. We have for the entire pandemic, and it's been great. And we're getting better at it each week. We're learning how we put everyone else on mute, and then we sing the song. So I'm leading a song, and then we unmute so that we can all celebrate together and have conversation. And we're getting fancier by playing with some garage band tracks and percussion so that it feels like we're making music together. But I think more importantly than that, we get to have these important conversations about what's happening in the world and how the songs we sing really relate to what we're doing, because then the music is medicine to us through this time.
You know, one of the things that you have imparted with me as we've had these conversations is, as you just said, the power of when you bring this family together, the kind of healing and the kind of conversations that go on, not to mention when you could meet in person, the best food in the world would happen. So has singing together now in the way that we are positioned to do virtually, have you seen it help the choir get through this time?
Oh, for sure. Like, I think at first a lot of us felt like, oh, this is so subpar to the in-person experience. We miss it. And there's definitely times when I still feel that, but I also think that it's enough. And when you stop like when you get over the fact that this is a different format, you can actually appreciate it and enjoy it. And like last night, I just really just felt so much love through a computer screen, and I feel like a genuine sense of connection to people who I haven't seen in months, but I feel like they are so close to my heart because we are connecting, whether it's singing together or laughing or telling stories, or mourning together, because we've had some of that too.
Yeah, boy, it's just amazing what you and this family have developed together. You recently released a new music video. It's called Love Letters. Let's talk about what inspired this project.
Yeah, so I mentioned some of this mourning. We have this really beautiful community, and so many people are invested in this space. And pretty early on in during quarantine, one of our Asian American members expressed how fearful she was after experiencing some discrimination, some verbal words that were unnecessary and very hurtful, and it was very hard for her. And so we felt really like we needed to do something, but we couldn't figure it out. And then another Asian American member experienced something awful too, and we just like my heart. What happened after the first one is one of the choir members, who was not Asian American, went to friends and got letters saying, I want you to know that what you experience is not how most Americans feel. This is, and there were these just handwritten notes of love and support that were given to this member to counterbalance the pain. And when the second member had this experience, one of the African refugee members of the choir started sharing about his experiences of people assuming that he is ignorant because speaks with an accent, and just all sorts of like diminishing and demeaning experiences. And he says you can't let the pain keep you down, and he's like you have to pick yourself back up. It was one of the most inspiring things to witness, and so we ultimately were inspired by that and created this song, which is called Love Letters. And we our members then created videos of what what we want to express to the members of our community to say that we love you, we've got your back, and you're not alone in these struggles.
Dearest refugees, my heart goes out to you.
Thank you for your hard work.
You've heard it said many times that this is a nation of refugees, and it is.
I want you to know that you belong.
And I will stand with you.
This is my love letter to say I've got your back. I'm standing here with you through every attack. No matter what the haters say, I'm glad you're here to make your way. Don't let the pain keep you down. You are strong. You belong. You belong.
Erin, there are some words of these love letters. Would you read them to us?
Yeah. The chorus says, "This is my love letter to say I've got your back. I'm standing here with you through every attack. No matter what the haters say, I'm glad you're here to make your way. Don't let the pain keep you down. You are strong. You belong. You belong."
I am, Mayor Woodards, if you're watching this, this needs to be like the new song for Tacoma. This is unbelievable. Erin, how do you and the choir hope that people will respond to this video besides crying? It's
Well,
beautiful.
thank you. What was so beautiful about this process was the opportunity to hear people say their words of support. And what we've done with this is we'd like to expand this beyond the people who join us on Tuesday nights and invite every single member of our community to create a video love letter. We've set up this platform on called Tribute, where you can upload a short little video and it will be there. And our hope is that we're going to be sharing this with refugee organizations in the community. It'll all be knit together in one long video where people can just watch, like, hopefully hours worth of messages saying we love you, we care about you, and this message of hate is not universal, because I think we can't take away the pain, the things that are going on, but we can counteract that, and we can send that message that there are safe spaces, there are safe people in our community who really will have your back. And we really need the community to actually create those videos, because there's only the small number of us. We need everyone to create these videos.
Well, count me in. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna grab my partner Laura, and we're gonna be a part of that. The videos. This is not the first video you've done. You did Be Counted, which promoted the census, and it was released in March. So, what was the impact on those choir members of making that video? Because many of them, a census is a new concept to them.
Yeah, the census video was an amazing project. We did that before the quarantine, and I'm so grateful we did. It was an amazing experience. We had over 100 people from all walks of life, some not just members of the choir, but some really great community members who also came to be part of that. And in the aftermath of that video, we had a discussion with members of the choir and the community who said that this project was one of the most important things that they had been part of, one of the most important songs we had done, because it helped them realize that they have a voice, that they are not voiceless in our community, and that they count. And that's like that seems like maybe in my white privilege, I could, that's not something that I've questioned, but I've come to realize that's something that a lot of people question, whether their voice matters. And so to be able to be a project, it's it's a song, right? How can a song really change? But yet it changed everything for some of our choir members who I see now being like starting their own little activist journey of saying, I made their, of being able to say, I can talk to people about the census because that's something very, very easy to do. And we so often think that the problems are so big, so it takes something humongous to change it. But ultimately, an earthquake is caused by a millimeter of change. Seismic change happens in small increments. And so whether that's the census or this love letters, it requires all of us getting on board and saying that we're going to do our part in whatever way is our strength to make a difference. We can't just sit back and wait for someone else to do it.
No, and the refugee choir under your direction has not done that. You have brought message of love and peace and to stand up and to matter. And that's a message that we so desperately need right now. You have made these beautiful videos. Who do you need to thank? Because the generosity is overflowing in the sense of, wow, people just stepped up, didn't they?
They really did. I hope you're going to play a little bit of a clip of that Love Letters video here, because there's this project, by the way, was done on such a short timeline in the middle of a quarantine. So, we it doesn't have all the fancy production values, but I think there's so much heart in it. And we're so grateful to Tacoma Creates for providing funding to make this project happen. We're also so grateful for Tina Van and Maurice on our staff, and Layla Cosme, who edited this video. She's this Emmy Award-winning producer who is willing to work with us and help us to pull these things together in really meaningful ways, as well as some amazing musicians, Tor Casperson, who audio engineered, and Kimberly Starkey, and just all the wonderful voices, Rocky Sandoval, and members of the choir that just have lended their support to this project.
Oh, I love that. So how can community members help you make more projects like this?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're so grateful for the Tacoma Creates funding. It's really, I'm sure you're going to hear this from a lot of arts organizations. The taxpayers who voted in that Tacoma Creates probably have single-handedly saved many of the arts organizations. Without that funding, many of our arts organizations would not have survived this, and hopefully we will all survive through this time. So we're so grateful for that, but that isn't going to cover everything. So obviously, donations are deeply appreciated. We had to cancel our fundraiser like so many arts or so many nonprofits in town. So, and it might seem like the arts are a small thing when people are struggling with food and shelter, and those are very grave needs. But so do people also need to feel safe and to feel like they belong. Those are also critical needs that need to be addressed, and so we really could use community support to make that happen.
I love that. And I know that we've been showing the link to your website, and there's a donation button on the website. You know, when we open up again and we can be back in our TV Tacoma studios with more than one-on-one, the first big group I want back in is I want the refugee choir. I can see them in that corner singing. Is it a deal?
We will find a way to make that happen. Absolutely.
Erin, thank you so much for your ministry, for your love, your beauty, and your generosity. And keep doing what you're doing. And please be safe, and give my love to you and yours.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, my dear. We have much more to come on Cityline, so don't go away. We'll be right back.